So here's Gordon. But if you run over here, there's Godin. Did I do that? Godin is a Canadian guitar company that I love. Did I do that? That's funny. And then we have Greg. Lots of G's, I guess. Anyway, folks, I am the Child Turtle. And we're back at SoarvivorCraft for a group event today on a Saturday afternoon, United States time, but in the evening on Saturday, European time, it is the Belleschamps Building Contest Kickoff, hosted by Queen Stan himself. So we're going to jump in to voice chat in a moment and jump over there. Oh, look at that slow moonwalk. And jump over there and enjoy the festivities. Ignore the background noise. My children have their cousin over, and they're making noise upstairs. But that's okay. Well, look, oh, kisses all around. But ignore the sound in the background while we jump in and enjoy the party.
Right, so we're now at the start of the sculpture trail, and there is, as I said before, there's 12 plinths to build on.
You said there are 12. Okay.
Yeah, and if you look in that first chest, you'll see the materials that we every chest has different materials in it.
Okay.
They've all got the book, the sign, the crafting table, the torches, and the banner. But they've each got a different pair of materials to build with. Yeah, so basically the idea, there's no theme to this. We're not all building to a particular theme. I say I won't be building unless we're really short of people. But the idea is you build whatever you like. It could be abstract, it could be an actual thing, but using the materials that are in the chest.
And then we can, using the crafting table, we can craft something with those materials as well, right?
That's right, yes. Okay. So if you've got wood or stone, you can craft stairs and slabs with it.
Okay.
It's choosing one on a first come, first served basis. But the other thing is, I mean, every chest has what I hope are materials that are suitable for a decent sculpture, but you can swap with other contestants. I'm not just meaning like entire stacks of material, but if you've got some spare of something, you can swap with some spare that they've got and introduce a bit more variety into your sculpture.
Okay, so if I understand it correctly, then you are allowed to use exactly 2 stacks of materials, but you can switch out a few with others.
Yeah, you could swap half a stack of your wood for half a stack of somebody's prismarine, or even 1 or 2 blocks if that's all you needed.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
You won't end up having exactly a stack of something, because obviously, like with the glass, every 6 glass will produce 12 panes. So if you've got panes out, if you make panes out of it, it's not like we can count the blocks and say you've used 128 or less. But yeah, so there's that kind of flexibility. But the challenge is just finding something that. It looks like Epona's chosen hers already.
I've almost chosen mine. Is it first come, first serve once we're done with the little kickoff?
That's right, yeah.
Ooh, all right.
And then I don't think that we'll have too many contestants, but if we do, I can probably fit some more plinths. And there are, I think, 2 or 3 different materials that I never got to use. I can't remember what they are now, but there were some materials that I had to leave out that would have been good. Yeah, one of the things I made sure is that in each chest, one of the materials at least can be crafted into slabs or stairs.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
And then in some instances, they can be crafted into other things as well.
I have one question. If the server updates to 1.14 before we get to finish this, are we allowed to use a stonecutter?
Yes. And I never thought of the stonecutter, but I did have 1.14 in mind, because I did think that contestants could take a gamble and pick, say, the ones that have got the granite in, or the andesite or diorite, on the grounds that partway through the month they may end up being able to make stairs and slabs out of it.
Yeah, because
I'll happily bring a stone cut around for everyone if we get them.
Yeah, I just wondered because it is not 114 just yet on the server.
We're really close. Paul is itching, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
As soon as things are stable, we're pulling the trigger.
But are we supposed to put up a sign with our names when we have chosen one place?
Ah, here I am.
Yes, I think it says in the book, if I remembered that bit, that's first thing you do is you pick a. Here we go. Rules. New contestants should choose a free plinth to build on, and the last bit on that page is ownership of a plinth should be marked with the sign provided.
Yeah.
All right,
Right, well, let me put mine down.
I'm going to be a brave turtle and run outside and choose my spot.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I am probably going to wait to choose a couple of weeks because I am not able to start building right away anyway.
Right.
Whoops, I got lost.
I will have to collect a lot of wool for my map platforms and stuff before I can begin here. That has to take priority because I am very late.
That's fine, yeah.
So I guess the second last or last weekend of July I will probably build, unless all the places are occupied. In that case, I will be happy just to come and record the last thing.
Yeah, no problem.
So at least you know that if there is one spot that is free, I'm going to take it at the end of next month. There.
That's fine, and actually the same goes for Lady Hunter as well. If you want to, you don't have to claim a spot just to make sure you get one. Because if I do happen to be lucky enough to get more than 12 people wanting to build, I can add extra plinths as and when needed, and just pick some more materials at random.
By the way, that word plinth, where is that from and what does it really mean? I don't recognize it.
No idea, to be honest. It's just something I've. I think it's from Trafalgar Square, actually, that I hear it most. Because there are 4 plinths there and only 3 of them have permanent statues on them. So I hear in the news often that what's going to be, things added temporarily to the 4th plinth.
So it's kind of like a base that you can build.
The base, That's how I understand it. The base for for a sculpture or a statue.
Yeah. Not being a native English speaker, some words are a little bit difficult, especially when you never use them.
Yeah, it's just one of those words that that just buried itself in my mind. I had to think about where it came from.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got until the. What I've done is I've given. There's 5 weeks for the competition, but the 4th week is when people will start voting. I'll build a little voting rig in the chapter house. Yeah. And so obviously you can take 5 weeks, up to 5 weeks to build, but you may, if you haven't got it built by the 4th week, then people may be voting based on what they say.
Yeah. Well, that's okay because I will wait either 2 or 3 weeks and then I will choose one plot and build.
Yeah, I'll have to think on mine for a bit, I think.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, if you know you're going to build, then definitely claim it straight away.
I put my sign down.
So did I.
just so that you get your materials that you want. But also, there's going to be the sort of horse trading as well of people. Once we've got a few people building, the idea of people sort of swapping some materials around just to add a bit of variety. Because I know if I was in it, I would want to build with some glass, but I wouldn't want as much glass as I've put in that in that chest. So yeah, I mean that's basically all that this event was for. Was just to introduce the competition, where it was, the war.
I'm excited. I'm going to go abstract, but not.
I love building competitions. So.
Yeah, abstract was what I first thought about because a lot of sculpture trails are just abstract.
Yep.
Even though it's not the sort of, not to my taste, abstract art, but it was just what I thought of. But people can build what they like. It'll be interesting to see. You can go over that base as well. I think the rules say something like, as long as you're not interfering with the environment around you or trying to compete with the Priory.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone could compete with the Priory.
People who are just voting on the statues won't need a book, but I'll make them available for people just if they're interested. It might actually encourage more people to join in.
Oh, players get that. I thought you were doing the voting yourself. I guess that wouldn't make sense.
No, I'm avoiding that responsibility.
Smart move.
Inspired by Lady Hunter's event around Christmas time, I'm not gonna put the voting things by the statues themselves, but I'm gonna in the chapter. Actually, might as well show you since we're here. I'll show you where it's gonna happen.
You have already decided on a place for it.
Because apart from mapping, we tend not to use the chapter house much. So in here, I'm gonna stick the hoppers and chests because this is a safe area where there's no permissions for anybody here, so they can just stick the name on a piece of paper, throw it in a hopper, and then it's safe and secure until counting starts.
So then you need one block with an anvil that is permission for everyone to use.
That's one solution, yes. I know we tend to trust everybody here, but because the voting is going to run over a week and it's going to be unsupervised, what I'm going to do is provide the paper for the people I know who want to vote and name it myself. And then anybody else can put their name on a piece of paper, tell me via Discord that they've done so, and throw the vote in, either using my anvil or their own or whatever. And then that procedure means that we know that people haven't just put random people's names on paper and stuck them in their own.
Okay, so we are going to put our names on, and then there will be different places for the different statues.
Yeah, there'll be a row of hoppers here.
Oh, I misunderstood then.
So that way,
each one will have the name of the person on it, and you just drop your vote into the.
Oh, good.
So that way I can't. That prevents me from voting for opponent like 7 times. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, Turtle! Don't be ridiculous. I haven't even built anything yet.
Well, it sounds like it is going to work perfectly, so that's very good.
Yep.
Yep. Hopefully, and so I've given a week of voting as well, just so that people who can't make a particular time can, they've got a whole week to get on and vote.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I have to run off because my children are banging my office door down. Of course. So I will leave you all be, and I'm gonna practice building something in my creative world first for this, instead of just throwing down blocks in a checkerboard pattern. And there you have it, just like that. Back at your own place. I'm very excited to build for this competition. I am seriously going to take the nether bricks and purple blocks in my personal creative world and try to design something interesting with those materials. I definitely can't wait to do it. So hopefully you stay tuned. There'll be other episodes in between, but I will record my building when the time comes. So hopefully you enjoyed it. I certainly did. And like usual, I'll see you next time. Right, Gordon?